Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well, and today's video is all about how people describe you to others. So when they're talking about you, if somebody asks about you, what do they say? So for this reading, I have 4 piles for you guys to choose from. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. So you guys can now pause this video and see which pile or piles you're most drawn to. And after you've selected your pile, you guys can use the timestamps which are in the description box below to jump ahead to your reading to see exactly how people describe you to others. So let's get straight into it. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see how people describe you to others. We're starting off with your oracle card. We have Dragon's Lair, Spirit of a Place, Dry Desert in Reverse, Slow and Steady, and Golden Palace. Okay, wow. So pile 1, the first thing, with this Dragon's Lair card, I see a lot of like a place cards right here. There's lair, there's place, there's palace, then there's desert. So I don't know, I feel like a lot of people, when describing you, they're like, pile 1 is like a home. They are safe, they are secure, because that's how a home feels. That's how one feels in one's home, no matter what it is. It could be a place, it could be a person, however it is. But when it comes to you guys, you are a home. Meeting you guys is like coming home. Talking to you guys is like coming home. Without you guys, things are not the same. Things are definitely not the same for people. And that's why, whenever they go around, the first thing they would say to other people when describing you guys is that you are incredibly safe to be around, incredibly secure, and they know that you will never go around breaking anybody's trust. You are not only secure in yourself, but obviously, considering you are secure in yourself, that is why you're able to make other people feel safe and secure as well. Yeah, it can go both ways. There are people who are not so secure about themselves. They are insecure, but they are able to make other people feel secure. And I also feel that, like, for some of you guys, that may be the case as well. You guys might not be confident in yourself, but you have the ability to make other people feel really confident. And considering the Dragon's Lair is that, there's this dragon here, right, with the right eyes, and its job is to protect this palace. So I feel like in that term, people really see you guys as very protective, very, nurturing, that you're very protective of those who you love. So in that regard, people often consider you as someone who is needed in one's life. You guys are absolutely needed. You guys are absolutely appreciated for being who you are, because people know that you are going to protect them. You are going to keep them safe. Probably you guys are very responsible as well. Whatever task has been given to you, whatever it is, you do it like diligently. You do it well, and you never shirk from your responsibilities. So in that way, people often describe you as being highly responsible, and incredibly hardworking as well. And then we have Spirit of Place. Considering how I was saying, when you guys are not around, things are not the same, because you are the spirit. You are the reason people get together. You are the reason people stay together. And when you are around, you are like the life of the party. Wherever you go, it's just you. You are the source of entertainment. The good kind of entertainment, okay? Not the bad kind where people are just laughing and you are at your expense. Not like that, but you always manage to make people smile. Oftentimes people might even tell others that you are incredibly funny. Your sense of humor is amazing. And even if you're not being funny, pile 1, even if you're not being funny, even then, the way you talk, the way you perceive things in this world, it's just so unique and so beautiful that you guys end up being the life. You guys end up being the highlight of the moment, of the party, of anything whatsoever. So yep, you guys are the spirit. Do not ever like forget. You don't think that, oh, it doesn't matter if I go to this party or not, it doesn't matter if I go to this banquet or not. You are definitely required to be there, because you are the spirit of that place. You are the spirit of that event. And I also feel like another message that I'm getting for this card is that, you guys, if you are invited to some sort of a event, some sort of a party, something like that, you're often kind of, are given celebrity status. Wherever you go, people are just looking forward to meeting you. People, anytime you enter the party, everyone just surrounds you and go like, come talk to me, come talk to me. You often get overwhelmed with the amount of time and attention people demand from you, but it's not something that you guys can help. It's just your energy, your amazing energy, your amazing aura, that people notice and they want more of it, right? And then we have dry desert. This card is in reverse. Now, upright, the vibes I'm getting from this card is that, you are walking in the desert and it's like really hot and you're just walking. I feel like you're walking really aimlessly. But this card being in reverse, I feel like, whenever you're doing something, there's always a purpose behind it. And people often notice that as well. That's why whenever they're talking to people about you, they will say that pile one doesn't do anything without a reason. There's always something, a valid reason, a valid justification for their actions, their words. They don't waste their words. They don't waste their time over trivial matters, and which kind of, escalates and elevates your value, your status among people. So you guys should be really proud of yourselves, pile one, for even if like I was saying, considering how people just want to talk to you, people just want your time and your attention. It's not that it's because, you are an extrovert or you just talk a lot and people just love to listen to you forever. No, even if you're someone who doesn't say much, who doesn't like to talk much, you only speak when it's required, and that is when, your words hold the most meaning. That's why people are always looking forward to talking to you. They're always trying to get you to say things, because they know that when you are going to say something, it is not just going to be something stupid or irrelevant. It is going to hold meaning, it is going to hold weight, and it is going to have a purpose, and it is going to be the right thing to, say whatever you guys say. So in terms of that, you guys know exactly what to say to people. And I also feel like some people might go around describing you as someone who's really quiet, shy, someone who's reserved, conservative, maybe to some extent, not in that traditional sense, but just you have your own morals, you have your own values, and you kind of stick to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, but people will often kind of describe you guys like that to others. Then we have slow and steady. We also have a golden palace. You guys can see this palace is kind of like shrouded. I mean, it's kind of like behind. There's this foliage, there's this big tree and all that. But even then, despite this tree trying to kind of hide this palace, even then this palace is like so grand. It's rising above and, everybody can see it. So I feel like that is your main energy. Even if people try to overshadow you, or they try to kind of steal your thunder or steal the spotlight from you, they can try doing that. But your energy, your charisma, your essence, your aura, it'll outshine everyone, and it does. That is why people would often say that, this pile one is kind of like a very magnanimous energy. They're kind of like magnified, you guys might not be like magnified in the traditional sense, but the way you talk, some people would say you guys are very loud. Some people would say you're very boisterous. You are always screaming at the top of your lungs. You're always, laughing wholeheartedly. You don't care what other people are saying. You don't care what they're thinking. You would laugh as loud as you guys can without a care in the world if you guys want to. You are not going to just let your energy down. Obviously, we're getting multiple messages since this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you guys, pile one. So, yep, loud, boisterous. Some people might be like, oh, some people might even go as far as to describe you as someone who is really like, out there, someone who's just really prominent in a sense that you guys wear, really bold colors. You do some extremely bold makeup that people cannot help but notice you, because this card is all about, being noticed. We have the Golden of Palace. So everything you do, it's on a grand scale. You do not do anything half-assed. You do not do anything at a lower level. Whatever you do, it's always going to be at a grand scale. People are going to notice everything that you guys do. That's how you guys are. And then we have slow and steady. So people often believe that you are someone who takes their time to do things, who's not impatient, who's not impulsive. And even if you're taking the time to do things, they know that it is going to be worth it, that whatever result that's going to come out of your hard work, it is going to be worth the wait and worth the patience, worth everything that they've invested in you guys. But oftentimes, yes, being slow and steady in this fast-paced world can be a little, frustrating, because people want you to give them an immediate response. They want you to reach a decision really quickly, but you are like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take my time, and I will, give you whatever it is that you want in due time. So some people might find it frustrating, but some people know that, okay, yes, you're taking your time, but the result is going to be worth it. All right, so let's see what else people say about you guys to others. And we have 9 of Wands in reverse, Queen of Wands, the Empress, 7 of Cups in reverse, and 2 of Cups in reverse. Aha. I like this 2 of Cups, which is like right under the Golden Palace. So this really tells me that, you don't need any other person to kind of highlight you. You don't need that. You're not that person. You can highlight yourself, and you are prominent in yourself. Like, your individual presence is more than enough. Sometimes when you're with someone, your partner, they kind of highlight you, they compliment you in the best way, and they kind of bring out the best in you, right? But with you guys, with this card, 2 of Cups being in reverse, pile one, I feel like with you guys, it doesn't matter whether you guys have a partner or not. You are your own person. And this card also tells me that people often describe you as highly independent, who is all about doing their own thing, and who doesn't listen to and who doesn't follow or conform to the norms of society, in a good way, okay, not in a bad way where people are calling you a juvenile or a delinquent, and just being really frustrated and angry with you. They appreciate that you are just your own person. I'm getting Elon Musk vibe. I swear, I'm seeing his face in my head right now. So I'm just getting those vibes that person is also like, prominent on his own. So I feel like that's the same thing with you guys. On the other hand, we have 9 of Wands in reverse. Now, when I saw this card for you guys, pile one, the first message that I got is that people often talk about your failures. They often talk about your losses, and it's because, like I was saying, you are prominent. People will see your life. Maybe it's all highlighted on social media, and that's how people know. But the thing is that you're not ashamed to kind of put your failures out there. You're not afraid to let people know that, success just doesn't come like that. You need to work hard. You have to face a lot of failure before you guys can be successful. So probably, but the thing is that even when people are talking about your losses and your failures to others, they're doing it as a way of inspiration. They're like, oh, see, pile one went through this. They suffered so much loss. They suffered so much failures. Despite that, they continued forward. They did not give up even when they wanted to give up. So they use your life experiences and your life stories as inspiration to others. So do not just think that, oh my gosh, people talk badly about me. They don't. They just talk about those things because they want to inspire others. They want to inspire themselves, that if you guys can make it, if you guys are able to get through the difficult times in your life, then so can they. Everybody needs motivation. Everybody needs inspiration. And I feel like you guys are that inspiration. You guys are the motivation for people. Wow. Yeah. So a 7 of Cups in reverse. This also, and obviously with slow and steady right here. So this tells me that, when you're doing things, people know that they're like, you know what, you should be like pile one, because they do things one step at a time. They do not just take on 10 different tasks. Even if they do, at one point they're going to be focusing on one thing. That is why, sometimes people get frustrated. They're like, no, we want the work done right now. But you're like, nope, I have my priorities. I have my list. I have my to-do list. I'm going to go according to that. If you're not happy with that, you can go to someone else. You're not at all worried about who's getting your services or who chooses not to get your services. You're not like that. You're just like, whatever's meant for me is going to come to me. I don't need to rush. I don't need to kind of, do stuff, or I don't now need to jeopardize my health in any way, because, yeah, you will do your own thing, and you will do it in your own time, and you are so clear. It's all that. Sometimes even when you're not getting a lot of options, you make the best of what you have. I feel like you guys are the inspiration. Everybody just gets inspired listening to your story, listening to your experiences. I feel like a lot of time, you guys, I don't know if you guys have already been there, but maybe somewhere down the line you guys might just get an invitation to come and give a TED talk because I'm just getting those vibes. You guys are very inspirational and very knowledgeable, to the point where people will benefit from listening to your stories, your experiences. Pile one. Then we have Queen of Wands, and then we have Empress. Wow, you guys are highly, highly creative, and I feel like people envy that about you, because the intensity of creativity that I'm getting here, the level of creativity that I'm seeing here with these two cards is just like off the charts. That's what I'm saying, because when somebody is this creative, as these two cards are indicating, pile one, people cannot help but be envious of you. So they'll be like, not like jealous in a negative sense, but yes, they wish that they had some of your creativity, they had some of your talent, and because of that, they also know that, with the Empress card here, people are aware of your growth, and they do talk about it when when they're describing you guys to others. They often talk about your growth, your graph of growth, where you started, that you guys started from nothing, and then now you're at this really good place in life, in any sense of the word, be it emotional, physical, financial, whatever resonates with you guys. People admire that, and yeah, like I'm saying, you guys are the inspiration. People just love it. They are so inspired, and they look up to you. People actually look up to you, and they describe you guys to other people as people who are really creative, and who are all about growth. Who's all about doing things and growing, progressing in life, not just staying still. Despite your protective nature to keep other people safe, you are more than ready to take risks. You are not about protecting yourself. You're like, it's okay if failure is there, it's fine, I will do it. But you guys are protective of others, but you guys might not be as protective of yourselves. And people often might just be like, can you just take care of yourself a little as well, not just going around taking care of everybody else. But yeah, so in terms of that, people know you as a risk taker, and they describe you as a risk taker, and highly, highly creative. All right, so let's see what your final cards have to tell us. Pile one. Okay, we have Animus, which is man in like the Lenormand. We have birds and mice. All right. So, like I was saying, with the action card, with the Queen of Wands here and the Animus card showing up for you guys, people often describe you as someone who is, always doing something or the other, who doesn't sit still, who's always in action, always probably people notice that, you exercise a lot and you take care of your health in that terms where you don't sit still and you're more than ready to take risks. You are not afraid to face the world. You're not afraid to face failure. And truth be told, pile one, we all need people like you. We need those people we look up to and go like, it's okay to fail. It's okay not to succeed at everything. And to keep trying, because you guys keep doing that. You guys keep trying no matter what. With this mice card, mice is all about, eating through things, and this is giving me those vibes, like it's one of those motivational posts where there are two men and they're digging. So one man is like almost at the diamonds and he gives up and he's just turns around, not knowing that he has almost reached the treasure, while on the other hand, the other one is full of motivation and keeps digging and digging and they find that treasure. So I feel like that is the vibe I'm getting from this mice card for you guys, that you guys keep digging and digging and digging until you reach the treasure, you reach the truth, you get what you want. You do not give up. You're so tenacious, so determined. You persevere until the last moment. And the thing is that you guys do not give up until the universe kind of makes you give up. And you do not give up until you've resorted to every single method. You've used every single resource that you have. You do not give up until you guys give up. It's like that with you guys. And it's not over until it's over with you guys, all right? And then we have the bird. So people really, like I was saying, this card is all about public. So you are very noticeable. People notice you a lot whenever you are out in public or whatever your social circle is, no matter how big or small it is. You are the life of that circle. You are the life of the party. People notice you, people talk about you. I feel like people talk about you even in front of you, let alone behind your back. They do that behind your back anyway, but they also do it like in front of you, and you're just, they're constantly talking about you, all right? So this is all I'm getting for you guys, pile one, as to how people describe you guys to others. I hope this message resonated with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people describe you to others. We have magic prayer. Come together. Field of dreams. Home. Protecting a treasure. Wow, I've never seen this card before in this deck. First time. All right, pile two. So the first thing that I'm getting for you guys based on this magic prayer card as to how people describe you to others is that, some people might say that you are very religious. At the same time, some people might say that you are very spiritual. So people are highly aware of your spirituality. They are highly aware of your spiritual nature. But oftentimes, some people kind of, end up confusing spirituality with religion. So do not be surprised if some people do go out and describe you as a very religious person. You might not be a religious person, but probably to the other person it might seem that way. So they might just say that, but people are really aware of your spirituality, that your connection with the cosmos, your connection with the universe, with your angels. And they really kind of see you as somebody maybe who's really pious, who's really, who always has good intentions toward others, who's not about hurting anyone, who is just like doing their own thing, just minding their own business, not poking into other people's lives and their business, and who are happy with themselves. I feel like that's the vibe that I'm getting. Also with the field of dreams, people often be like, pile two is just in their own world. They have a world of their own. some people might find that really frustrating, because they're just like, how can they be okay being by themselves and not, socializing and not just being with someone? How can they be? And if you guys are single, I feel like a lot of your friends and family members, they try to get you to be with someone. They're setting you up on dates, trying to find, and they would sometimes go as far as to find someone for you, and going like, okay, go on a date with this person. But the thing is that they don't understand that you guys are happy being single. You do not want to be in a relationship. You're not interested at this point in life to be in a relationship. But, they just cannot fathom the fact that someone can be happy being single. So they're always constantly trying to set you up with someone or the other, despite you guys telling them that you are perfectly okay being single. And that's what frustrates them. They're like, you're always lost in your own world. Some people try to get your attention. They try to, get you to hang out with them. And you're just like, it doesn't matter if we hang out or not. I'm just going to do my own thing, because, you have your own entertainment. You have your own things to do. You have your own dreams. Yes, in a way, you do have your own world that you live in, and that is perfectly okay. There is nothing wrong with that. But, for some people, it's hard to understand that how can people just be okay by themselves, because as humans, we are social creatures. We need to socialize. We have this need to belong. But people would say that, yes, you are just always there, lost in your own world, always dreaming. Sometimes people are trying to talk to you, but you just kind of zone out and just are thinking about something else altogether, until like 5 minutes later, they're snapping in front of your face and going like, are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? And then you just are, apologizing to them. So that kind of gets them really frustrated. So they just probably might be telling other people that, you are just lost in your own world. You're always daydreaming about things. And you just have this fantasy that you live in all the time. It may be true, it may not be true, doesn't matter, but that's how people kind of describe you guys to others, as a dreamer, as a very spiritual person. But at the same time, with this come together card, people understand and they are aware of how you're always trying to, bridge the gap between people and trying to bring them together, making sure that everybody is like, happy with each other, they're social and they're talking to each other. You're not one to isolate people, you're not one to shun people, no matter what they are, no matter how they are. You're always about accepting everyone. And people really appreciate that about you. I feel like every time they're talking about this aspect of you guys, pile 2, they always have a smile on their face. And they appreciate that, just how accepting you are of literally everyone and everything in this world, and how you never judge, you never prefer one person over the other, no matter who they are, no matter what they are. You're just like, and you have this really strong sense of community, despite, you guys might be lone wolves. You guys might be all about, being by yourself. But when it comes to the community, you're always about, you're always about building a community, making sure people are coming together over one single cause. So probably you do a lot of fundraising as well for charity, or you do a lot of charity drives, something like that, where people are coming together over a single cause. And obviously, since you are a very spiritual person, that I'm just getting this vibe that, you're all about helping the community, of making sure that everybody is okay. Maybe that is your dream, pile 2. Maybe you want to build a world, or see a world where everything is just perfect. Everybody's happy. Everybody's like, love is there all around. There's no hatred, nothing of that sort. You are like that. So people really appreciate that about you guys, how you bring people together, because that's not something a lot of people can do. People are good at dividing. People are not very good at uniting. And you guys are one of those who are very good at, uniting people. Of making them come together, like I was saying here with this come together card. You're all about spreading love, and you want others to spread love as well. I feel like when it comes to you guys, there is no room for hate, and that's how people describe you to others as well. That with pile 2, yeah, there's no hate. They don't hate anyone. They don't hold any grudge or any negative emotion for literally even their own enemies. That's how you guys are, you know? That's how people describe you, that even when it comes to your enemies, you don't even entertain a single negative thought. Wow. Very, yeah, very angelic. You guys are giving me very angelic vibes. All right, and then we have home. So yeah, this card, I mean, this card speaks for itself, right? When it comes to describing you guys, I feel like another thing that I'm getting from this card is that not only people kind of view you as a home, view you as someone who's safe and secure, but I feel like people really admire the way you've set up your own house wherever you live. Even if it's not like, you know, you don't own that property, but your own home, your own house, whatever, the way you've decorated it, the way you've set it up, people really admire that, and people really talk about it to others. They're like, oh, Pile Two's home, it's beautiful. They have this in their homes. They have this particular thing in their living room. They have this particular color in the bedrooms or something like that. So people really admire that. They just talk about your house a lot. Maybe your house is like the best one in the town or in the vicinity, whatever, in the area. Everybody just looks up on your house. People just come and going like, can we get a look at your house? Can we see what you've done with it? And if somebody new comes to your house, the first thing they're going to say to you is that, you know, you have a very beautiful home. They love what you've done with the place. So they really appreciate your interior decorating skills, all of that stuff. They appreciate your eye for beauty because, you know, the way you've set up your house. And on top of that, people feel very safe and secure. Obviously, when you're someone who's bringing people together, people are able to trust you, and we have this trusting, you know, being highlighted in your cards, where you have this protecting a treasure card as well, along with home. People really trust you even with their treasures. People would often come and be like, can you kind of keep this safe for us? We'll take it back later. And they know that it's safe with you. People trust you, and you're all about building that trust with people. People know that if they come and tell you their secrets, good or bad, you are going to keep it safe. Yeah, people trust you a lot, and people tell other people that, you know, you can be trusted, that you're a very trustworthy soul. Wow, Pile 2. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay, we have King of Pentacles. We have Two of Wands. Eight of Swords. Page of Wands. And the High Priestess. Okay. So with the High Priestess card, and obviously I was talking about your spirituality right here. So this really, it's just there. They're like, oh, Pile 2 is like so intuitive. Their their connection with God, their connection with their angels is so strong that, you know, they're able to manifest things very quickly. That is why this whole treasure card, we have King of Pentacles. It's all about having everything. You might not have everything in abundance or in access, but you have more than enough, not only to help yourselves, but to help other people as well. And people really, they don't envy, like they're not jealous in a negative way of your spirituality, of your connection to your angels, the way you're able to manifest things quickly. I'm not getting those vibes that people, you know, they're jealous of you and they want to like give you the evil eye and kind of take all the good fortune away from you. It's not like that. Like, obviously when you're bringing people together, people wish good things for you as well. And I do see you guys getting a lot of blessings over here with the King of Pentacles. You know, you are safe and you are secure in yourself. Like I was saying, you know, you are in your own world and you are happy there. But often, this card is also about blessings, of receiving blessings, material gain. So maybe people kind of give you a lot of gifts, but they also pray a lot for you guys. They just wish for the universe that, you know, to keep you around, to not let you go, because they are grateful for your presence in their community. They are grateful for all that you do for the society. They see you as someone who's an asset to this world, this society. Yeah, guys, people love you. People love you, Pile 2. They really do. Obviously, there are people who will not, who will be jealous, who will not feel positive towards you, but that is okay. I feel like the number of those people is far less as compared to the people who number of people who do love you, who do appreciate you. But then obviously we have Eight of Swords in reverse, right under the Field of Dreams. You are kind of just trapped in your own musings. That's the vibe I'm getting from this card. People will say that this person's always just lost in their own thoughts. Some people often wonder what you think about, that you can stay silent for like hours and hours and without a care in the world. You won't even have a problem just being by yourself and not having somebody to talk to. So people often wonder that, okay, what are they thinking about? What are they, what's occupying their thoughts? People would love to get inside your head, pile 2. People will just love to do that. On the other hand, people also notice just how busy you are, because we have Eight of Swords, talks about being imprisoned, talks about being trapped. So some people might say that you're always lost in your dream world because you don't have a clear sense of direction, because Eight of Swords is about being blinded as well. Maybe because because you dabble in different things and helping everybody out. So people just get concerned. They feel concerned that, okay, what's going on with pile 2? Why are they not like everybody else? Why are they lost in what are they thinking about? What's occupying them? What is keeping a hold on them? And people know that you keep secrets. They're just things that you keep to yourself. Some people are also aware of how much stress you guys are actually in. You might not show it to the outside world. You try to keep it to yourself, but some people just have an eye for those things, and they can notice, they can see those things despite your best attempts at hiding that particular thing. So some people do talk about your problems to others. They do kind of go like, I think pile 2 is not doing okay. I'm worried about them. But not in a negative way. I would say they don't talk about you guys in a negative sense that, we should do this. They don't try to sabotage you. People don't talk about you in that sense with the intention to sabotage you. All right. Then we have Two of Wands and Page of Wands. So both these cards, the Wands specifically talked about, being incredibly passionate and being incredibly driven. And that's another couple of adjectives people use for you guys when describing to others how you guys are. That you guys are highly passionate, highly creative, highly determined, driven. Yeah. You're always planning things. You're always exploring new ways of doing things. And that's the kind of attitude we do need in this world, because it's all about thinking outside the box. And I feel like with the Page of Wands, that's how people view you as. They tell other people that pile 2 is somebody who has a very unique way of thinking, who doesn't perceive the world in that common way that everybody does. They have their own unique way of doing things, of saying things, and they're always exploring new things. There's always something new when it comes to a pile 2. That's how people talk about you. And with the Two of Wands, maybe people are aware of your, your desire to travel, or the excitement that you get when you're traveling. Maybe people talk about that, they describe you as someone who loves to travel, or who just loves to go from place to place, who loves to explore new places. Who's adventurous in that regard, that, you're more than ready to try new things. You're more than ready to explore new things. And Two of Wands is about planning, right? So, yeah, they know that. They describe you. They tell others that pile 2 is someone who is who's a meticulous planner. They always plan everything down to the last, the last bit, and they never fall short. Whatever their planning is, it never falls short. They plan everything, they think about everything, and maybe that is what you're doing inside your head. You're always analyzing things, always trying to figure out where the problem could lie, always identifying problems and then figuring out a solution to those problems. And honestly, if you guys do that, pile 2, no wonder you guys are okay being by yourself. You can easily just spend hours and hours being inside your head, and enjoying yourselves actually, rather than just being bored or thinking of negative things. You guys, I feel like you guys don't do that. All right, so let's see what your final cards have to tell us as to how people describe you guys to others. We have a book, bouquet, and animal, which is women or the female in the Lenormand. With the book card, this card is telling me that first, people, just, you are full of secrets. Like I was saying, considering so much is going on inside your head, no wonder people get frustrated and they're always wondering what you guys are thinking about. And you are such an interesting person, pile 2. Yeah, I feel like that's another word people use for you guys when describing you to others, that you guys are very, very interesting, full of knowledge, full of exciting secrets waiting to be explored. You are just a book waiting to be read. You are like that. You're full of knowledge, you're enlightened, in the spiritual sense as well as in the material sense. You guys are enlightened, you have the knowledge, you have the guidance, and you have a lot of secrets as well, but that's okay. That's for people to explore, not you. And people would love to do that. People just want a chance to explore you guys. Wow. Then we have a bouquet. So this card tells me that, you are appreciated. People appreciate you a lot. They whenever they're talking about you, they're 95% of the times they are being appreciative. They're appreciating you for what you've done, for what you continue to do, for how you are bringing people together. You oftentimes, you become the mediator between two opposing parties. You try to kind of make sure that, you are creating harmony wherever you go. You dislike conflicts, or you do your best to make sure that conflict doesn't occur. And with the Anima card, this really tells me that, you do it in a very nurturing sense. You are a very nurturing person. I'm saying all this because that's how people describe you. So you're very nurturing, very caring. You would, be all about keeping people safe. And I don't know, with these cards, I don't know, I just looked at them and I got this message that oftentimes people would leave their kids with you and going like, can you just take care of our kids while, we go out, get stuff done. And because they trust you with it. You can have your own daycare center, and honestly, it'll be the most successful daycare center out there. Just putting that out there for you guys, Pile 2, because people trust you so much. They know that their kids are going to be safe with you. Their treasures, their most prized possessions are going to be safe with you. You are going to take care of them. You are going to nurture them and help them grow. And all the while, you will be encouraging them. You're a very encouraging person. You are a very supportive person, very nurturing, all the good stuff. But yes, you sometimes are isolated. People don't know what's going on inside you, whereas you know exactly what is going on with everybody else, right? So this is all I'm getting for you guys, Pile 2. I don't see any other messages, so I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope this resonated. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see how people describe you to others. We have strength. We have into the unknown. We have coming apart. We have one ring circus. And details. Okay. I feel like I don't even need to describe this card because people are highly aware of your analytical abilities and they know exactly how detail oriented you are. And I feel like, people, when describing you guys, Pile 3, to others, the first thing they will say to the other person is that, you make a great scientist. You will make a great detective because, you're always about the details, every single thing. And it could be that, you'll make a great chef. Whatever it is that you guys will do, you'll be great at it. You'll be one of the best at it because you are always focusing on the details. You're always focusing on the nitty gritty, which is why you're able to find problems when other people overlook that same situation. You are able to kind of detect lies in people, because you whenever there's talking, you pay attention to every single word that they're saying. So you're able to find discrepancies. You're able to kind of identify the tone that they're using. That is why, you will make a very good detective should you wish to go down that road. And people are really and they know that whatever you do, even if you're just a stay-at-home person, you're a stay-at-home parent, or if you're not even a parent, but you just stay at home, that's all, that's what you do. Even then, your home is going to be meticulous. Even if you're just washing dishes, cleaning, whatever you're doing, you will do it in the best way possible. You will make sure there's not a speck of dirt anywhere. Some people might call you a clean freak as well, based on these things, because you're all about making sure, just getting down to the last possible detail and working things out, making sure everything is flawless, everything is just perfect. Even if it takes you hours to do it, you will sit down and do it. Some people, yes, they get frustrated with you. Some people are like, oh my gosh, they spend hours doing this particular thing. But somewhere they also know that considering the fact that you spend hours doing one particular thing is the reason why your work is better than all the others, and they know that. So if they're going out talking about you, they know that they will tell everyone they come across that you are incredibly detail oriented, and there's no failure. I mean, they will not be disappointed by your services, whatever services you're offering. They're not going to be disappointed because you will get down to the last detail if possible. And you're not that okay, you're charging a particular, whatever you charge for your services, Pile 3, you give more than what you charge. Your services always hold more value than how much you charge for them. So that's the thing. That's why people go around telling you and about your business to other people, because they know that they will get good value out of their money. Their money is well spent. Your services are definitely worth the money, no matter how much you're charging. They will definitely get more than they paid for. So people really appreciate that, and people go around telling everybody that to come to you to take your services. All right, and then we're talking about strength. We're talking about into the unknown here. These two cards are clearly telling me that people, another adjective, I don't know if you would call that an adjective, but people often describe you as a risk taker. They're like, this person, Pile 3, is incredibly brave. They are, they are all ready to embark on new adventures. They are not wanting to sit back and be in their comfort zone. So in that regard, I feel like people are incredibly impressed by you. They are inspired by you, that you are willing to take risks that few people can take, or few people do take. And not only that, but you take risks. You try out new things, no matter how big or small or how dangerous they can be. You always are up for new things. You will never say no to a new experience, no matter what it is. You will never say no to it. And even when you have no idea what the outcome is going to be, Pile 3, you guys still go out. You still kind of take a chance. You still take the risk, even if you guys think that you guys are going to fail, you still give that particular thing a chance. And we are talking about your strength. So not only just physical strength, but your emotional, your psychological strength as well. People do talk about it. People also consider you to be wise, because it's the tough times that make us strong. It's the tough times that make us wise. So I feel like with you guys, those two words go hand in hand with strength and wisdom. So people be like, Pile 3 has been through a lot. They have suffered a lot, but it has made them stronger. It has made them wiser. and they really appreciate you for it. They have seen your growth because we have all this green stuff here. We've got this tree, all this leaves, all of that stuff. So those are symbols of growth as well. So people see your growth, they've seen your growth, they witnessed it, and they talk about it. They will tell others that, pile 3 was like at this level, they were down here, and now they're up here, and they are so glad that they were there supporting you through your journey. They were there to witness your growth. They feel incredibly lucky, and they go around telling everybody that as well, that, don't think that pile 3 is just all talk and no action, or pile 3 is nothing, or pile 3 is just weak and not up for the hard tasks. Pile 3 has grown a lot. They can handle things that few people can. So I feel like a lot of people feel really privileged when talking about you guys to others, where they're just like, I was there when pile 3 was going through this. I was there when they went through this. So they feel like, they have access to some privileged information kind of a thing when they're talking about your growth and your strength and all that you have experienced in life, good and bad. So we have a coming apart here. I feel like with this card, the message that I'm getting, that when it comes to people describing you guys to others, pile 3, is that, people often say that, pile 3 is always evolving. You have to come apart to come together. That's how nature works, and we are a product of nature as well. So whenever we are evolving, we just dissolve like that caterpillar in the cocoon. We just dissolve, we break apart, we kind of, we're just over before we kind of emerge into the new version of ourselves when we transform. So another word that people use for you, pile 3, is the word of transformation. They will literally say that pile 3 has transformed. Probably as a child, people bullied you for how you looked or how you behaved. And people would always say, and they had this belief about you. We always have these notions about people. We always have the judgments about people, whether we want to accept that or not. Everybody has some sort of an opinion about someone. So the opinion people had about you, pile 3, wasn't very good when you guys were young. But as time passed, you guys just transformed completely, to the point where those people who used to bully you, who used to make fun of you, were the same ones who now wanted to be your friend, who wanted your time and your attention, the people who used to look down on you are the same ones who are now looking up to you. That's the kind of transformation you guys have been through. And people will say that, people will tell others about it, that, pile 3 just transformed. One day they were nothing, and then the next day they were like, they were the only one people could look at. That's the kind of major transformation you guys have been through. That's the kind of major transformation people talk about. And, with this kind of a thing, you guys give people hope that, they're going to get better as well. They will transform into a much, much better version of themselves as well. Now we have One Ring Circus. We're talking about your talent here. People talk about your talent. They know that, you guys can do everything by yourselves. You guys are highly independent. You don't need 10 people supporting you or helping you guys out. If possible, you will do everything by yourself. You won't go around, going like, oh, I need this from someone else. I wish somebody would come and do things for me. You are your own entertainment. You are all okay being by yourself. One Ring Circus, you guys can entertain everybody just by being you. You don't even have to pretend to be someone else. Your sense of humor is top notch. Your sense of entertainment, top notch. Whatever you are talking about, whatever you are indulging yourselves in, people just, You're very good at entertaining people, pile 3. Then we have the Chariot for you. We have Strength again. Whoa, you guys are incredibly strong and people know it. I feel like maybe a lot of people see you in the gym, so or see you working out, even if you don't go to the gym. But they see you as someone who works out a lot, who is always taking care of their health. We have a 10 of Cups, and then we have the Emperor in reverse and Temperance. So, right, like I was saying, they see you working out a lot, or they just believe that you work out a lot. Maybe you're someone with a lot of muscle, or you're someone with, with very good health. And people just deduce that, pile 3 takes care of themselves, and that's why they are so strong. Or, they're aware of the circumstances you've been through, the battles you've fought. You've come out stronger, you've come out better. Whatever obstacles have stood in your way, you have knocked them down just by sheer force, with your sheer will. People are always talking about your strength, guys. They're always talking about your friends to strength to others. The Chariot card. I feel like this card is kind of giving me multitasking vibes. So when describing you guys to others, people often do talk about the fact that you are very good at multitasking, or you are very good at handling multiple projects at the same time. Be it personal projects, be it professional, doesn't matter. You are very good at handling both your professional and your personal life at the same time. You do not kind of, make it a mess. Some people end up making a mess out of that. They kind of bring both their lives together. They mix business with pleasure. They end up with a mess. You guys are not like that. Even you guys know exactly the balance that is needed for your professional and your personal life, and you are able to create that balance successfully. And people would be like, I really want to learn how they do that. I really want to ask them how they do that, how they're able to create such a balance of between their work and their personal life, because that's a feat. That's not something everybody can do, pile 3. And people know that. And people, when also telling about you guys to others, they would say that don't worry about pile 3 mixing their personal life with their work life. They're not going to be like that. They're highly professional, and they are going to deal with you in a very professional way. No matter if you are their friend or not, their sense of professionalism is just up there. That's how people talk about you, a pile 3. And then we have a 10 of Cups and the Emperor in reverse. This card tells me that you're not egotistic. People know that you guys are not egotistic, and you're not just full of yourselves. You're not self-centered, and that's how they describe you. They're like, they don't have an ego. They're not self-centered. They're very humble. They're very down to earth. With this card being in reverse, they know that, you are a very humble, modest person who really doesn't even have an ego. No matter who says what, you always try to take things in a positive manner, no matter what kind of feedback you get. Even when somebody's downright insulting you, like about your services or your work, you will try to see that if there's anything constructive about that criticism, you will take that and try to improve yourself. But if there is nothing, if you find nothing but just insults, you would just choose to let it go, not let it bother you. And that is why you are just, I feel like not only people at your workplace are satisfied with you guys, people in your home are also satisfied with you guys. Your family loves you, pile 3. They always talk about you. They're so incredibly proud of you. They think that you are everything to them. You are the complete package. You are hardworking. You are good looking, attractive. You're smart, talented. Everything that you guys do is just excellent. And your kids are happy with you. They are proud of you. They're proud to call you their mom or dad. They're just proud of that fact. And I feel like even your kids talk about you guys to their friends, and they idealize you. They're like, yeah, I want to be like my mom, I want to be like my dad. They are, yeah, they idealize you. You are the perfect role model. I feel like pile 3, you are the perfect role model. Then we have temperance. People, this card is all about patience. People, when talking about you, when describing you guys to others, they are like, you know what, this person is so incredibly patient with you that you won't feel bad when you're talking to them about something, or you're trying to understand something from them. They will explain things to you 100 times if that's what it takes to make you understand things. So some people, when they say that, I will explain things 100 times, they're just exaggerating, and they just get frustrated after like 2-3 times. But with you guys, you're like, ask me this 100 times, I will explain it 100 different times. That's how you guys are. You guys are incredibly patient and very, very understanding. People just, yeah, they're like, they just love coming to you for help. They love coming to you for whatever services you are offering, because, yeah, they know that they will get the best. They know it. And your reputation, I feel like one day is just going to just blow up. Like, everybody's going to know about you and just how amazing you guys are, pile 3. If it hasn't happened already, I feel like somewhere down the line it is going to happen, where, yeah, people will just have such a good opinion of you. They can't help but just go around telling everybody about you. And one of the reasons for that is that how patient and how understanding you are of not just people's needs, but their emotions as well, and how much you respect others. Obviously, the more you understand them, the more you respect others. People just end up respecting you guys as well. All right, so let's see what your final cards have to tell us about how people describe you. Okay, we have a whip, we have letter, we have coffin. All right. Now with the letter here, this card is clearly telling me that people, when describing you guys, they describe you as a man or a woman of their word. They know that your word is law, that your word is like, once you've given your word, pile 3, there is no going back. You will follow through. You will always keep your promise. If you've made a promise, you will make sure to follow through with it. That's why, like I'm saying, people end up trusting you so much. People know that, with you guys, you've said it, that's it. That's how people start trusting you. They start giving you that credibility. They know, they start relying on you and going like, yo, yeah, pile 3 has told us 3 days. They will give us our thing in 3 days. Yeah, you end up doing that. You end up doing their work in 3 days. Wow. And I feel like with the whip card here, I feel like you guys, in order to avoid misunderstanding, in order to avoid any sort of conflict, what you guys do is that, you will get everything done in writing. Even when somebody's taking your services, pile 3, you would always, give them a written piece of something, a written piece of a proof that, okay, yes, this is your copy, this is my copy. You will always sign a contract if it's possible for you guys to get things done, because, you're like, I don't want any confusion. I don't want any misunderstanding down the line, because people confuse words. Sometimes they do it just to get their own way, So people do that. So in order to avoid that, they appreciate the fact that you are always giving everything in writing, which adds on to your credibility. And then we have a coffin here. You guys can see a moth is like coming out. Excuse me. So this tells me that, like I was saying, transformation. They're always talking about how you went from nothing to absolutely this amazing person that people cannot help but look at. I feel like low-key you are the celebrity in your area because of the life that you've dealt with and the experiences you've gotten and the way you've transformed. I feel like people really look upon you as a celebrity, and they just look up to you and be like, this is my inspiration. Pile 3 is my inspiration. They want to be like you. They want to be people are yeah, just got this message that people when they're talking about you, they refer to you as someone who has a lot of integrity. So I feel like you guys need to be really proud of yourselves. Pile 3, all right. And yeah, your transformation, that is the one key thing people definitely talk about when describing you guys to others. All right, so this is all I'm getting for you guys. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you liked this message resonated with you. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 4, welcome to your reading. Let's see how people describe you guys to others. We have Sacred Pool. We have Solitude in reverse. We have Ride the Wave. Rescue. And Follow the Leader. Wow, interesting cards, Pile 4. I feel like the first thing people say when they're trying to describe you to someone else, they kind of see you as someone who is the life of the party, or who is someone, you know, who thrives in a community. Probably they say that, you know, Pile 4 don't really enjoy solitude, or, you know, they're always out and about. And that's what people say. Maybe according to people, you are very social. And that's what people describe you as when they're talking to you about you guys to other people. They say that you're very social, very charismatic. And considering we have the Sacred Pool here, I feel like, you know, for some people, you know, you are someone very, very special. You're not just someone who anyone can have access to. Some people might even go as far as to say that, you know, like contrasting messages once again coming for you guys. I don't know, I think that happened in the last reading as well. But this contrasting message, for some people you're very social, but for some people you are very, very private. You are doing your own thing, and not a lot of people know what you are going through in life. Not a lot of people know about you. Some people actually wonder what you guys do, how you guys live. And you guys can see over here as well with the Rescue card, there is this one, you know, this lone individual is over here. This person's looking for them, that where are they, what's going on, where is this person? This person's here hidden, but this person's looking somewhere else entirely. And that is how I feel like people kind of view you as, that they want to know you, they want to know what is going on. But with the Sacred Pool, and they're just looking in the wrong direction. They have all the wrong opinions about you. So a lot of time when people are talking about you, I feel like if they're saying negative things, or if they have some sort of suspicion, something of that sort, it's completely false. Like they're looking at and they're trying to believe something that is not there about you guys, but they just end up telling that to others. So because of that, you know, you have a very mixed reputation, I would say. People have very mixed opinions about you. Some people, like I was saying, you know, some people say that you are a very social person, while others say that you are a very private person, that you are always keeping to yourself. You are not, you know, going out. You hardly ever talk to anyone. You barely have any friends on Facebook. If they're stalking you on social media, they'll be like, you know, Pile 4 barely has any friends on Facebook. They're not social. God knows what they do. God knows. Some people might even go as far as to think and tell others that, you know, you don't even have a family, which may or may not be true. But, you know, even if you do have a family, you know, people are not aware of it. So they're just like, they don't even have a family, they're just by themselves. But while other people are just like, no, Pile 4 is always out, they're always hanging out with someone or the other. They are never alone. You will, whenever you go out, you will always see them somewhere, you know, probably in a mall or in a restaurant, anywhere, but you will always come across them because they're always out, they're always socializing. Very mixed opinion over here. And then we have Ride the Wave. Now, as soon as I saw this card, I just got this image in my head that you guys are swimmers, or you guys swim, or you are very good at swimming. And when people are talking about you, like I was saying, you know, if those people, the people who think that you're a very private person, they would obviously not have much information about you to begin with. They won't have much to talk about you or describe you to others. They won't have much information about that. So I feel like regardless of whether you swim or not, probably somebody has seen you swim one time, or considering they don't have much to talk about, they would tell others that you're a very good swimmer. You probably enjoy water a lot, because we have pool here, we have the wave here, and then we have this waterfall coming. So people will and there's this island thingy here as well. So people would describe you as a water person. They would say that, or maybe you're someone who lives near a body of water, and when they are describing you to others, they're like, they live near this lake, they live near this river, something like that. Or they're very good at swimming, or they just love water a lot, like they shower like 3 times a day or something. That's how people will describe you, maybe because they are aware of your love for water. Or maybe you're someone who drinks a lot of water, so people would be like, pile 4 is always carrying a bottle of water in their hand. They always have water with them. They're never without water. They can be without food, they can be without money, but they'll never be without water. You'll never see them without water. So water is a very significant factor when it comes to describing you guys, a pile 4. Another thing, maybe because you might be a water sign, so they'll be like, pile 4 is a water, this, sun, moon, rising, whatever, might be some very prominent placement. So that's how people might be describing you. But on the other hand, people might be like, pile 4 is like water. You are water. Some days you are calm, you are just serene, relaxed. On the other days, you are a storm. You can wreck things, you can kill people if you guys are provoked enough, because during a storm, like look at all these tides. When the tides are crazy, they can suck people in, people drown. And so you guys are like that. And also water can go places like tiny crevices. I mean, water can manage to go through it, right? And that's how people describe you as, that no matter how difficult the problem is, no matter the odds stacked against you, you will still manage to work your way out of that problem. You will manage to work your way out of the situation. Wow, how do you guys do it? How do you guys do it? Pile 4, like if that is true about you, that's what people say and it's true, let me know how you guys do it. Because so that's how people just say that they're like water. You put them and how water can be like really adaptable. You put it in a square container, it'll take the shape of a square. You put it in a round container, it'll take the shape of that round container. So this really tells me that people often describe you as someone who's very adaptable, who can handle any sorts of situation, be it good or bad. No matter the intensity, no matter the difficulty of that situation, you guys will always be able to handle it. Then we have rescue. People might not be able to rescue you, pile 4, but you are able to help them. You're able to rescue them. Maybe you've done it like in the past where you ended up saving someone's life, or maybe not from a very incredibly dire situation, but you probably just pulled someone to the side while a car was passing by or something like that. So people, when describing you guys, they're like, pile 4 saved my life one time, or they helped me out so much when I was in a crisis that they literally pulled me out. Like they're the reason I was able to survive this situation. People really tell that to others, describe you as their savior, their rescuer, their fairy godmother, or their their firefighter, where you have been there, you have helped them out. And obviously, since they appreciate that help so much, that's why they are describing you like that to other people. You guys can be modest about it all you want, that I didn't do much, it was their their will, their hard work that helped them. But
yeah, you help them out as well, and people appreciate you for it. That's why they're quickly telling everybody about it when describing you, that should they need help, should anybody ever need help, you will always help them out because you are such a helpful person. You No matter how difficult the situation is, you will always do your best to, help people out. Then we have follow the leader. All right, so this really tells me that a lot of people, when describing guys, they describe you as a leader, they describe you as someone to look up to have as a role model. I wouldn't go as far as to call that leader in the traditional sense, where people are following you, doing everything that you guys do the way you do. Not like that, but you are an inspiration, a source of inspiration for others. And people are just like, yeah, if you want to have a role model, you should keep Pile 4 as a role model. You should do the way they do things, follow their way of life, and because according to them, you are that elevated, perfect person. All right, so let's see what else we have for you. We have 5 of Wands. We have the Star. 9 of Swords. The Hierophant. And the Magician. Yep. 5 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. Guys, there's always a conflict about you. People, when they're describing you guys, they don't know what to say sometimes. They don't know how to describe you. Should they? Because you're so multifaceted. There's just so much to you guys. There's so many different aspects to you guys that people are always in a conflict as to how do we describe Pile 4? What do we say exactly? They are just constantly stressing over things that I feel like since they cannot get a hold of you, they cannot really identify exactly the kind of person you are. They are often confused as to how to describe you to others. But on the other hand, with the 5 of Wands and the Star here, this is giving me the message that when it comes to a conflict, considering we have the Sacred Pool here, whenever you guys, Pile 4, whenever you guys encounter a conflict, you are the first person to work on that conflict, you guys try to resolve it before it becomes a full-blown mess. And that's why people, whenever they're in a problem, whenever they're in a predicament, they are going to come to you because they know they have this hope. You are a ray of hope for people, that whenever the situation, no matter how dark it is, because we have 9 of Swords and 5 of Wands, two very dark, negative, conflicting cards, and the Star is in the middle. So people who are stressing over some problem, they are not able to sleep properly, or whatever anxiety that they're going through, whatever it is that's going on with them. People who are having issues of some kind or the other, they would always come to you. They know that you will have the solution to their problem. You will be able to help them out. You are a ray of hope for people, Pile 4. And when they're describing you guys to others, when people are talking about you, they're always talking about how whatever the situation is, you are full of solutions. You always have a solution for everything. Whatever, people can come to you with all sorts of problems. Obviously, you're not a professional, and if people are coming to you guys when they should be going to a professional, you will advise them to go to a professional. You're not going to be like, you're not, like I was saying, you're not full of yourselves, where you're just like, oh, I know everything and I have the right to tell people whatever I think is right. You're not like that. You're like, no, when a professional is required, you will tell them to go to a professional. And because of that, people are always looking for you. People are always trying to get you to talk to them. They're always asking for your time, your attention, because they just want to talk about their problems with you. And somewhere you might feel lonely as well, that people only come to you for their problems, but you don't. And that might be true. Some people will only call you, only talk to you when they have a problem they need a solution for. But the thing is that people also appreciate you for what you've done for them. the way you've helped them, people appreciate you and people come to you for advice, they come to you for counsel because they see you as someone who's wise. Like I was saying, you've been through a lot. You are like water, you're adaptable, you're smart, you know exactly how to be in a particular given situation. So people will come to you for advice. They listen to you whatever you're saying, they're always listening to you, they're always paying attention to your words. Wow. And obviously considering they're always looking at you, pile 4, with the star card, you are like the star for them. You have this, I don't want to say celebrity, but kind of like that, but just not in a traditional sense where people are asking for your autograph. But yes, people look around for you, whenever they're out, they kind of hope to come across you so they can talk to you for like even 5-10 minutes if you can spare it for them. That's how it is for you guys. And like I was saying, if those people think that, there are people who think that you're a very private person and they're describing you as a very private person, those people will tell others that you coming out, you giving your time to someone, to the public, is a very rare and a very beautiful occasion at the same time, because everybody just wants to talk to you. They want your advice, they want your knowledge, they want to discuss everything with you guys. So you giving your time to someone, you giving your attention to someone, is a very rare thing. That's why it's like the star. We are always looking up at them, trying to figure them out, but they're just always shrouded in mystery as well. So maybe you guys are like that as well. People just go like, pile 4 is mysterious. Pile 4, nobody knows what is going on with pile 4. And people always are trying to figure you out. Wow. All right. And then we have with the Hierophant card here, this tells me that you are a prominent figure in your society, whatever it may be, big or small, doesn't matter, but you are a prominent individual, and you are an incredibly wise individual, because the Hierophant is all about the teacher. It's all about someone who is enlightened, someone who has the knowledge. That's how you guys are, pile 4. People will advise others, when describing you guys, that if you want some advice, go to pile 4. They will have the answer. They will tell you what to do. And because of that, I feel like, that's how, you end up being an extrovert for some people. You end up being a social butterfly for some people, where, you are always trying to help people out, listening to them, advising them. You're doing all of that. So for some people, you are the social butterfly. You're always out, always dealing with people in one way or another. Whereas for others, you're a star, you're a mystery, you are a lone wolf, you're just all by yourself. Then we have the Magician here. This card is all about creativity. This card is all about being independent, of doing everything possible on your own, and that's how people see you as. That's how they describe you as. They also, some people might be like, considering they cannot understand you, they might be like, pile 4 is one thing at one time, and then another person and another time. They switch personalities, they switch things, so Magician, because it's all about tricks, it's all about magic, so that's why people get slightly annoyed, I would say, because they're not able to figure out exactly who you guys are. So they go around describing describing you guys to people as someone who is constantly changing, who is constantly evolving, who, like, every day you are a different person, or every day you are just growing, and how you guys are incredibly creative and how you guys are incredibly independent. You will make the best out of what you have. You're not going to be greedy. You're not going to ask for more than what you've gotten. People have seen that. That is why people describe you as like someone who is like that, someone who's not greedy, who makes the best of what they've gotten, be it good or bad. You make the most of it. That's how people view you as whenever they're trying to analyze you, or whenever they're trying to talk about you guys to other people. So let's see what your final cards have to tell us. Okay, we have Stork. Yeah, I was talking about change, right? You're always changing. There's always this transformation coming about you guys. Wow. And then we have clouds. Obviously, you know, your ability to constantly change, your ability to constantly adapt to the different circumstances of life, it causes confusion among people. That is why people are so confused about you. They're constantly just going like, what is wrong? Like yesterday they liked pink, today they like black. Why? Today black is their favorite color, yesterday it was yellow, or next or tomorrow like they're saying it's going to be blue. Like what's going on with them? What is going on with pile 4? Today they were like, you know, pizza is their favorite meal, but yesterday they were like they hate pizza. You know, those kind of things, the way you guys constantly shift, the way you guys constantly change, transform, it just boggles their mind. And yeah, so they get really frustrated, and sometimes they just go and vent to other people about you. And they're like, I don't know what's wrong with pile 4. One day they like this, the next day they hate that. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what to get them for their birthday. You know, it can be like really tiring for them. And then we have key. I was saying, you know, you guys are the solution to their problems, considering you are the enlightened one. You are the one with the knowledge, the one with the expertise, the one with the experience. So you are like that key, you know, to solving all their problems. You are the key to solving everything, to unlocking all the doors, whether it's opportunity, whether it's answers, whatever it is. You have it all. You have the answers to every single thing. That's how people view you as. That's how they describe you as. That pile 4 is a know-it-all. They know everything about everything. They have the key to every single question in this world, all right? So this is all I have for you guys, pile 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I hope this message resonated with you. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.